So hello, good afternoon, everybody. So my name is Petr Doutnáč, and let's say I'll be joining the microrisk and IQRF family next week, actually. And today I would like to present to you a project that I see is forming a new opportunity for all the partners that are present here. It is the city of the, center of the city of the future. And what we are going to, so what I'm going to show you today is some brief introduction, a bit information on the premises layout. Then we are going to look at the options that the partners have. What is the IQRF actually doing in the city of the center of the future, center of the city of the future, and of course some opportunities for the partners that are present here today. So, some introduction first. So the center of the city of the future, I'm going to call it CCF because it's pretty long, is a unique workplace and showplace created within the Department of Intelligent System of CVUT, which is the České vysoké učení technické. The CCF forms a unique place where a smart city street is going to be created. I'm going to show that in the next slide. And it is created for technology companies, vendors, integrators, service providers, and manufacturers, which have quite unique opportunity to present their life solutions, ideas, and IoT concepts without any limit. It's actually up to the partner what he wants to present, what he feels is relevant for the chapter of Smart City. Of course, leverage cooperation because you will be physically on a academic space, so of course you can get quite interesting access to institutions of the country, and of course you can come together, you can form new partnership among the companies with similar directions and goals, because you'll be literally sitting one beside each other. So it's quite a good opportunity for that. And of course you can gain visibility and contacts within the academic sphere, but also with the municipal and government segments, because this project is supported by the Czech government and it's supported by the city of Prague. So the access and the form and let's say the type of entities that will be visiting this space are sometimes quite hard to approach or contact. So it's quite a good opportunity. Also, the CCF attempts to bring together all these companies that are using or working on, I really call it buzzwords because it's an Industry 4.0, Smart City, IoT. I particularly like the word IoT, Internet of Things. So my jacket's going to serve Google, but of course it's just buzzwords. Now CCF wants to show the present and near future. It's not about futuristic concepts of the year 2050, whatever. This is really about the solutions that we can present and show today. The CCF can be a good starting point, of course, for all the reasons that I said before. You can really address a relatively wide field throughout all the segments. Premises layout. So this is how the building looks from the outside. I didn't manage to take a picture from the square. It's on Vítězné náměstí, also called Kulaťák, and it's a huge CVUT building. It's kind of interesting because it looks like it's wrapped in a foil. Quite interesting building. So this is how it looks from the outside and how it's going to look from the outside. This is the artificial street. So you can see here, this is going to be really like a model street with separate slots for panels. It's not just about panels and displays. You can place a lamp, you can place a bike stand. It's really up to you. Two variants. First one, single display panel. So you will always have a space for your logo. There will be a predefined TV in case you're interested for that, of course. And then this space is really up to you. What you want to show, how you want to show it. This is purely up to you. The only limitations are, let's say, if you put a speaker and you let Britney Spears on 100 decibels, it's probably going to be a problem. But other than that, it's really up to you. Dual display option is also available. And you can also go without display, of course. It's really up to you. Now, partners options. The full attendance, which is what I'm going to mention in the next slide. So let's say the full attendance cost is 10 plus 12,000, so roughly 22,000 crowns per one panel, side, lamp, or bike stand per year. The one side of the panel of CCF premises, space for physical presentation. If an outside panel or a street lamp is needed, if you need something more, you need to pay for the space. A fee is applied, but of course the fee is a bit smaller than buying a full stand. TV display is optional. It's predefined by CCF. And cooperation, now this is what you get also. Cooperation of the academic segment of the CVUT is kind of enabled. I don't want to say guaranteed because that's a dangerous word, but let's say enabled. Now plan 2 conferences per year on the CCF with very interesting attendance of the government segments and of the city segments. Now, guaranteed company and solution visibility within municipal, academic and government segments, which is what I said just now, okay. Shared attendance, which is something that may be in particularly interesting for you as well, is you can join up with somebody that's already there. And in that case, if you want to have your logo visible, some text, some advertising, it's possible. The cost is 8,000 crowns per year per logo. The other, it's really up to you how you negotiate with the main partner. You can share the cost. You can decide that you just want some small space, so maybe it's going to cost a bit less. This is really about the agreement between the companies that want to present there. Now, I believe that we can have enough already today to a bit storm the smart city segment. Why is that? Well, first of all, IQRF Alliance is joining the CCF. The agreement was stricken, I don't see Shimon, I think it was stricken 2 days ago. Initially, we will present sort of a general solutions, general panels. You may know it from some shows or fairs, because the time is short and the CCF is actually opening next month. The grand opening is 25th of May with the attendance of Prague Mayor and of some government agencies. Now, we are indeed inviting IQRF Alliance members to join us, to join forces, because if you want to get visible, if you want to reach to this type of segment, we are here, talk to us, let us know, and we can always try to strike a deal somehow. Now, the more members join us, of course, logically, the cost go down because you don't need to pay the full fee in case you join us. So we are open to negotiation, we are open to talk, we are open to see what we can do together. Now, why did I say we have enough to stun and storm the smart city segment? What I actually did is I just went to the public space, I downloaded some of the case studies that are already today public, installed, visible, and I can tell you, not bad at all, because what we see here, I have just picked up some of the solutions of the Alliance partners, and we have it today. If there is a one concept, it can be applied to a different one, because the problematics that we are talking about in the smart city, if you go to the blood and bone, you need some data, you need some access, you need some control, and you need to manage that somehow. So generally said, there's quite a lot of options today already. We don't really need to wait for the future for that. Oh, one more, okay. Now the opportunities. First of all, of course, you can excellently present your own products, you have a presentation space, and you have somehow guaranteed and proper audience for that. Because this is not people passing by, this is people that are going to the city or the center of the future for a purpose. Now, unique cross-technology and cross-segment environment, I have heard many times, cross-technology, cross-environment. Well, there is the space, you can literally do that. Of course, there's unprecedented access to the real smart city applications because you will see each other on the stand. You can talk to each other, you can cooperate each other. And of course, the possibility to build joint ventures. If there is a huge government project, if there is a huge corporate project, maybe sometimes the partner has what it takes to take part, but not to take care of the whole solution. But then the Alliance is here, we are all here. Also the companies over there will be available, and logic suggests let's build joint ventures and let's go for the big ones. So IQRF Alliance is here to work for you, and this sentence has one specific thing. In the all years back, whenever I was doing a joint business, I was always respecting a couple of things. Who brings the business is the boss. So if my partner would bring a business, then he's the boss and he tells me what he needs to do, and I quote. If I bring the business and invite a partner, I'm the one who decides, but of course with the respect to the partner. And the second is, if somebody brings a project, I'm working with him. I'm never going across him to the customer. These are a couple of golden rules that if applied, this can actually work. Yeah, that's our Alliance. So before I go to the next slide, and thank you for your attention, I would like to invite to the stage architect Michal Postranecki, who is in charge of Center of the City of the Future for CVUT.
Hello, just a couple words. I'm an architect urbanist. Recently, I was also invited by Professor Martik to Czech Institute of Informatic, Robotic, and Cybernetic, where we are preparing the center of city of the future. That's what was already said before. I'm glad I have opportunity to invite you to join our center. The reason for that is create a platform on academic land so we can talk to each other without any barriers. We will draw attention of all municipalities in Czech Republic, but we will be also connected to other universities and other institutions around the world. First of them is it's UTEP in El Paso. We are already working together on a double degree program, and one of the semester will be spent in our Center of City of the Future. So I welcome you, and I'll be glad if you can collaborate and if you can join us. Thank you.